I just want to make a short video on why I named my channel Analyzing Male Slavery. Many people in the YouTube comments section see my channel name and often get triggered. I will get attacked for being a cuck, or being a woman-hating misogynist incel. Many commenters will be incredulous that I will use the term male slavery, because these delusional people consider men privileged. They think pointing out the obvious is an outrage and a sign of insanity. Most people are in deep denial. Male slavery is the norm. Men are slaves in their own minds as they accept their second-class status compared to women. Men are informal slaves via the gender roles women enforce via sexual selection. Women are so socially dominant over men in relationships, that many men are no more than wage slaves to women. I will now put up a screen cap of the gender gap when it comes to hours worked between married men and married women. This is not even the worst of it, because men are not just informal slaves, men are in fact formal slaves to boot. First of all, men can get drafted in many countries while hardly any countries draft females. Also, child support is slavery as well. Child support is in fact one of the most disgusting and insidious forms of slavery. No one forces women to be a mother against her will. Even discounting abortion rights, women are not forced to look after kids they give birth to. Women can abandon their kids on a whim, men can't. Men simultaneously have no rights to have a relationship with their own kids, but also have no right to avoid supporting kids against their will. Many men are in the situation that they are not able to see their kids, and are alienated from them, but money is being taken out of their paycheck to provide for these kids. It is a despicable attitude that society shows to men to treat them in such a hypocritical manner. Men are told to man up and pay for their children, while they are considered so subhuman that they are forced to pay for kids they have no rights to be with. This attitude is deeply dehumanizing and born from contempt for men. It is in fact completely psychopathic. Child support needs to be utterly abolished, not reformed, not made more fair. Visitation should not be linked to payment. Men should have a right to see their kids unconditionally. Men are just as human as women, and no one would consider holding a woman's relationship with her own kids hostage to her ability to earn money. That would be considered abusive towards women. So the term analyzing male slavery is very apt, because the condition of the male slave in the West needs to be deconstructed. Also, I came up with the name, because I wanted to cut through the false right-wing strongman bullshit many MGTOWs and MRAs engage in. You have many moronic right-wingers like turd-flinging monkey talking about bringing back a patriarchy and putting women in their place. These men posture about men being superior to childlike women. These men talk about how much stronger and smarter men are than women. This is hollow bragging, as men have less rights than women, and are submissive slaves to them. Peasants were most likely stronger and better at work than their feudal lords. I do not think the royalty in power felt too insecure about that. Some stupid egotistical men seem to be under the delusion that providing for a woman is showing her who is in charge. Men do not deserve to gratify their own egos with talk of male supremacy. Men are not in a position to brag. Men are considered so subhuman that cutting the dicks of helpless babies for no reason at all is normalized and perfectly legal. All a woman have to do these days is point a finger at a man and he is fired from his job. Sexual harassment laws are vague and subjective and are applied one way onto men only. Men are not even allowed to flirt with women, while women are allowed to lay their hands on men with near impunity. Also, women are even trying to police the male imagination with the concept of objectification. Even the male gaze is considered harmful to women. Even men just existing is considered harmful and problematic. Men are truly an underclass, a caste beneath women. My channel name is meant to cut down to the core of the issue. Men are submissive slaves to women with less rights. Strong man posturing is not only obnoxious, but it encourages men to remain stuck in their old harmful habits. Men are not supreme in any sense of the word. Male slavery can only end when men are honest about their plight, no matter how painful it is. Men have to admit they need other men, that men need to work together for the greater good of the male sex. Slaves can only free themselves when they work together with other slaves who face the same plight and fight together to abolish slavery. Male collectivism for the win.